EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down, Baltimore.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Not today, Mark. Not today. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Check 43. Kill. Switch it.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Saints, 49.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
Let's get it.
And with a play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check. Bragdon. Check, nickel. Kill.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Past the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
64, check 24,
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Over. Check. Crunch.
On the ground, Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Janoris Jenkins on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score. Ravens 3, Saints 0.
Watch the screen. Oh, screen. Like 22, he's coming, 22.
This time Jackson will throw it. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Demario Davis able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Six guys. Check 6 guys. Whoa. Like 22, he's coming. Here we go. Like 22. Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
You kill. 57. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Kill.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now 1st down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 63 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And 4 at the 31-yard line.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Kamara trying the right side. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check.
General West.
Check your hot read.
Complete. Smith has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Ready. 95-56.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. That sort of goes without saying. That's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
Reset.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Chris Wormley able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Go! 57. Oh, here we go. Oh, nice 57.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Keep playing hard. Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, try to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Check Mike 57.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
80 weapon.
Breeze now on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. To throw is Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check Mike, check Mike.
Check 24.
Now Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They come out here in the eye.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run. Murray. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray taking it in. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Check, ready. Go to base. Check, 47. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Get it all. Rest. Check,
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And some space here. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. It's the six.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Check, 47. Check back, check back.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch twits. Alert flare, alert flare.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Gill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Breeze able to find the veteran Ginn. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Breeze now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
I got him.
Breeze to throw again. He's got Smith here. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on first. Four receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
21.
Again, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
5-9.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Bravo.
Check. Mike 48.
Now Breeze again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
0-2.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 49-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.